Hello YouTube, this is Eddy, and today I'm doing a preview of Ableton Live 9 Beta. So first of all, I just want to say that you can get the 25% off Ableton Live 8 with the free upgrade of Live 9. I would recommend doing this so you can get Live 9 when it comes out. Then it's also much cheaper, as you can see. If you are a student, you can get 40% off, which is always a good idea. All you need to do is just basically prove that you are a student. So you need a student ID card and something like a passport or something like that. There you go, it tells you down here. But yeah, I got the education edition because I'm in college right now. But yeah, make sure you go to, I'll put this link in the description, and the normal shop. I'm not logged in right now, so that's why you can see it here. So let's get over to Live 9. Here it is. So looks a lot smoother, in my opinion, to Live 8. This video is to get your questions on Live 9. So what I'm going to do is run through the basic additions to Live 9 from Live 8, and then in the comments below or something you can have your questions, because I see a few videos on YouTube of Live 9 and they just show you what they've already done. So I want you to ask me the questions, and I will do a video on those questions, if you understand. This is my first video, so if I sound nervous, then that's because I am. So first things first is the opening a Live 8 session. I thought this is quite important because hold on. This is quite important because you will have Live 8. Well, I'm guessing most of you have Live 8 projects, and you'll go, "Oh, I need to open it in Live 9 to get all these new features." That's the same with me. I have a lot of Live 8 projects that I would like to open in Live 9, and as you can see here, we have a Live 8 library. So this is where all of the presets and samples from Live 8 are stored. So we can go in here and we have all our instruments, audio, MIDI effects, and so on. I have added my folder here. This is all of my junk that I've got and samples and got on my computer. But let's open a Live 8 file. So this is a song I've been working on. It's not very good at the moment. So this is a Live 8 project I'm opening in Live 9. There you go. So it does work. And it's still, all the audio is still there. Let's give you a bit of a sample of that. And it sounds exactly the same. There's nothing different. See a new compressor down here. So there you go, there's a little preview of it. If you go to save, if you make a change and then you go to save it, it will come up with this. It will come up with, no, well, it doesn't come up with this now because I've already done it, but it come up with a message right here saying you are trying to save a Live 8 project in a Live 9 situation, Live 9 session. Ooh, and it recommended me to rename it. So what I'd done is I just named it Live 9, because I probably will be working in Live 9 with this track from now on. So here's the Live 9 version of it. It's exactly the same, just open with Live 9. So the one thing, like, as you can see here, we have an automation. One thing I was so pleased about in Live 9 was the automation curves. Now, when I first opened up Live 9 and I tried automation curves, I was just going over to this line here and going, curve, please curve. And it doesn't, if you just click on it, it creates a point and it doesn't curve. So what you need to do to get the curve is hold in Alt. Put on a Mac it might be Command, I don't know. If you press Alt and hover over the line, you get this little curve right beneath the cursor. So now if you click and drag on that line, it will curve it. So now I can create a nice smooth transition for the reverb dry wet, which probably isn't much of an audible difference for this part, but it's nice to have. So we also have clip automation. If we go into this organ, it's not really an organ, but that's what I just called it. If we get the mixer and track volume, if you look over here, we have this little button, and it says start recording the selected scene in all armed tracks. So if this track was armed, this will overdub and it will also record automation in. So if I attach this to a controller on my keyboard, I could play this track whilst this is pressed down and record my movements into the clip, which probably I won't use much because I don't like doing live automation, because it sounds, I don't know how it sounds, but it doesn't sound right for me, for my music. I just let the computer automate it for me. So that's a few of the basic things. We have the next thing that you all would like to know about is the converting audio, harmonies and melodies and drums from audio to a MIDI. So now what I've already made this. I've already got a bass MIDI and a drum kit that I've made. Whatever. And I've just rendered them out into audio. I don't really want to listen to this. Here's the audio. Same thing. So now I'm going, this is a bass, so this is a melody, really, because there's no chords and there's no drum sounds, so it's a melody, even though it's a bass. So I'm converting melody to MIDI, and the last few times I've done this, it hasn't been completely accurate, how do you say that word, whatever. It's had a few errors, but that is because of the sounds that I used. If you know, all tuned instruments have harmonics, and these harmonics have an effect on the algorithm. because it hears something that is not there, if you understand. So this is the first time I've done this for this track. Let's see. Oh, I just converted that to audio, haven't I? Oh, there you go, there it is. So here is the original, and here is the rendered out one. What instrument have we got on here? An analog, so it sounds a bit crummy, but here's the test. So it started off alright, but then it got to about here and went crazy. So if we listen to the main, well, I don't even listen to it. If we just open up this, where do we go wrong? Zoom in here. Oh, we go wrong everywhere. So the first bit's correct, up to here. Is it? Oh no, there you go. This is an octave higher. That's because of the extra harmonics. It doesn't register the fundamental tone, so it just goes to the first harmonic, which is the octave above. So if we pull that down there, it will be the same as this. And then it goes crazy when it gets to this bit. Look at that. It's go all over the place. The notes are the same. Almost. This should be there. And this shouldn't be. These shouldn't be there. But this is just because it's the type of instrument used. So these are all the right notes. They're just an octave too high because of that reason I was talking about earlier. So enough of that. It's accurate, but it's not completely. And I don't think the developers can do much more to refine it, because it is already a complex bit of programming. Not that I know anything about programming, but I can imagine it is. So we can get rid of the bass. So now the drums, we have a nice swung drum sound with toms and everything. Here's the original. So let's convert this to a drums. Takes a while. Here we go. So let's mute that. So here are the drums. It's terrible. So that sounds nothing. The groove is there. The groove of it is there, but then if the groove is there, you can just go in this audio and go extract groove and then put it into, and it'll go into here, and you can just add that to your MIDI. So I don't see where you would use the convert audio to drums, but it's a good idea if it was refined, but I don't think it will be. So you can see with these rides we got here, this hasn't got any rides, but that might just be because it just puts on a drum kit and it just goes, all I want is a kick, a hi-hat and a snare. Forget all the other instruments on the drum kit. That might be the programming for it. And we have these toms. It's totally ignored the toms, and it's pretty much squeeze the rides, the hats down into one track, onto the snare track, pretty much is what it's done, because you can see all of these snare hits, which I don't know why. So that doesn't really work. So now I need to check. I'm gonna cut here. Right, okay, sorry about that. Just forgot what my train of thought was. I had to check my notes. I'm new to this, remember. So the next thing that I'm excited, I would say, to get into is the Max MSP for live. Max MSP is what it was originally called. I don't know what it stands for. Max for live. This is a visual programming, and it looks so powerful, and I hope it is powerful. I've watched a few tutorials on YouTube about Max for live. Sorry. And it seems simple but complex at the same time. It looks much simpler than normal like Python or C#, C++ programming. But you have to use Max, you have to know, with any programming language or with any programming software, you need to know the basics, the basic objects. That's what they're called in Max, the basic functions and stuff. I don't know why this isn't loading. I guess we won't be doing that. Okay, let me just pause it and let this sort itself. Okay, sorry about that. It's a bit choppy. The next thing are let's open up my Deep House again. The next thing is the new plugins, or the redrawn plugins, if that's what you want to call it. Here's a oh, where did it go? Oh, where's this in session view? This button here. If you remember in Live 8, we had a little, I can't remember what it looks like. It was like something here, and it went red if you're in session, and if it wasn't red, you were in arrangement. It was playing. So Max just opened. So we have the new EQ8, which is here, which is top 10. It's amazing. If I just... Okay, so if we have this organ playing, nice smooth organ, this is the EQ8, and let's just minimise this stuff. EQ8. This has been totally redone. You can see there's no longer this part here where they had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the different bands. They were down the bottom now, and we have the spectrum, which can be turned off and on here, which is cool. Saves you going into here, getting your spectrum out and opening that out. Too much time. We can just come straight here and just spectrum, bang like that, and then you can bring it out by clicking there. That's so cool. And now we have the properties of each band showing up here. So here are the filter types. We have a high pass times 4. Which is just a nice steep version of that. So it cuts, and I've been waiting for this for so long. Before, I would have to come on this one, go up frequency, turn up the gain, turn up the Q all the way, and then get another one in on one of these, go to here and bring it down, and it is so messy. That's probably not the best way to do it for the first place, but now we have this nice steep cut, get rid of all that bass. It'll be interfering. That's a basic look of EQ8. Nice and revamped, you could say. Here's the compressor. We have its side, we have the organ side chained, which works exactly the same. Go back on the organ. with a nice new interface. So you can forget about the sidechain at the moment. This is compressed the crap out of at the moment because it's sidechaining. But we have standard stuff, threshold, gain reduction, how much gain is being reduced, which is basically the kick coming in because it's been sidechained. The makeup gain, or compensational gain, whatever you want to call it. The ratio is over here, how much it's compressing by when it reaches past the threshold. I don't know if I said that right. Envelopes, knees down here, smoothing out that ratio. And this is amazing. Showing you a visual of what is the gain reduction, where the threshold is, what the ratio is. So here's the threshold. Ratio. And these also have an effect on it. So that's cool. Let me go into arrangement. So now I've shown you a very few. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me show you one more thing. In the sounds, if you remember in Live 8, if you was going for in instruments, if you was going through presets of these sounds that they give you, you would have to load them in with a hot swap or something. Load them in just to hear what they sound like. But now, let's go on operator. We have in the sample, in the audition area, we have, when we click on something, we get an audition. We get an audition of what that sound is going to sound like, which is cool. So we can quickly find what we're looking for, which is cool. So that's a few things of Live 9. Very, very few things. This is a bit choppy, this tutorial. This is my first one. No, it's not even a tutorial, it's a preview. But I would like from you people, the few people that watch this, comments on what you would like me to show you about Live 9. There's quite a lot of things that I haven't covered that I can't remember. No hating in the comments. If you can, if you want to, you can do it. I don't give a shit. So yeah, this has been Eddie, and I will see you next time.